So you're thinking you're making enough drones, right? Let me tell you a little secret. You can probably make a whole lot more than you think you can get away with. Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to a new episode of StarCraft II Strategy. Today we're gonna be talking about the Zerg mindset. And you know, I sort of touched this subject before, but I think we should go a little bit more in depth in it because it is like super important if you ever want to get like a little bit higher in skill as a Zerg player. So you've probably been doing like a lot of macro, you've been doing a lot of micro, you've been following a build order and all that kind of jazz, but somehow, some way, it just isn't working out as well as it should. And sometimes you will ask a friend for help and he will be like, all you really need to do is just make more drones. Just make more drones and you'll be totally fine. And you're like, but I already made a whole lot. When should I make more? So making drones is pretty much the most important thing that you need to do as a Zerg player, period. Like all the game, basically what you're trying to do is get as many drones up as you possibly can. You will hear me say this a bunch of times, but you want to try and get as many drones up as you possibly can. Now here's the golden rule if you want to improve as Zerg. Make as many drones as you possibly can without dying. Okay, let me repeat that again. Make as many drones as you can without dying. That is going to be your goal. Every single game that you're gonna be playing from now on, make as many drones as you can without dying. And you might be thinking like, look, I'm already doing this. I'm already making as many drones as I can. Well, no. For example, what I didn't figure out until like a week or two ago is that StarCraft II, one of the best Zerg players in the world, what he does when he hits Zergling speed versus Terran, he makes 16 Zerglings, okay? Only 16. And after that he drones up the third base and the natural completely. That's it. So without doing anything at all, he makes 16 Zerglings and then he makes about 60 drones. You might think like, whoa, that is a lot of freaking drones. Well, that is what you need to be doing. What happens oftentimes is that you watch like a pro gamer's live stream and all that kind of stuff and you see him playing very aggressive versus Protoss. What happens is that the Zerg is attacking and attacking and attacking and trying to kill the Protoss army. And you'll be like, great idea. I will be doing this exact same thing as often as I can in my upcoming Zerg versus Protoss games. And while that is a great idea, it is all backed up with a lot of drones. So let's say you're trading army with the Protoss. When is this going to be good? When is it going to be efficient? Well, if you're trading the exact amount of minerals and gas, or maybe somewhat of an exact amount of minerals and gas, you will get ahead if you have more drones backing it up. If you have more workers mining than your opponent, so you have like 2,000 income, whereas your opponent has 1,500 income and you're trading armies efficiently, what happens is that you're getting ahead. However, what oftentimes happens, especially with people under like diamond or so, is that you're trading army with your opponent, whereas you're not ahead economically. You need to get an economic advantage in the early part of the game in order to win the middle part of the game. And I know it sounds silly, but what you want to try and do is make as many drones as you possibly can, all game long, until you're max saturation on at least 3 bases, and then start producing army. Now the worst possible thing that you can pretty much ever do as a Zerg player is make a few units, then make a few drones, and then you make a few more units, and then you go back and making like 10 more drones, and then you make a few more units, then you make a few more drones. That is like really bad, because you're not efficiently doing this stuff at all. Now you might be like, okay, I can do that, but how do I know when I need to start making units? Well, the best thing that you can ever do for that sort of a thing is follow a strict build order, or copy a pro gamer, or check out exactly when a professional gamer starts making units himself. Now this is obviously going to be a little bit different for each and every build order and pretty much every bird, go away. Now this is going to be obviously different for every single build order that you're trying to do, so you will have to check out exactly with each and every build order when he starts making units and when he stops making drones. Now what will happen, that actually happened a bunch of times to me, that you will pretty much just die because all you have is like 3 queens and only like 80 drones. That's basically what you're having, and your opponent pushes out and you're dead. But I really can't stress enough how good of a loss that is. That is like the best loss you can ever have. If you're losing a game because you're over droning, that is amazing, that is great. What you want to do in that case is open up the replay, check out when you should have started making units, and kabam! Next time you're playing in that situation, you start making units and you actually have as many drones as you possibly can without dying. As always, if you enjoyed the video, there's a like button that you can click that helps me out like an enormous amount. You don't even recognize how much it is. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below and I would love to help you out. Obviously, I will try to read every single one of them, so go ahead and post right there. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!